From there, I told y'all about the press conference where the president talked about the human trafficking, the adrenochrome, and the combat that they was going. And they said they tried to get across the land. Now look, they can't stop immigration at the border, so they said for many years. Remember they told us that, right? Go back to the press conference yesterday of President Trump. He just told you Mexico, not America, is stopping these motherfuckers at the border. Mexico, military, troops, thousands of them, lined up at the border so these motherfuckers can't get here. All they trying to do is trying to take some motherfuckers with them before they go. We just trying to minimize that shit. Minimize how many they can take. They told you it was going to be a rapture. They didn't tell you it was going to be a raper. You're going to be raping motherfuckers. That's all they've been doing. Ain't no rapture. In the back of the Vatican raping. That's what they doing. Fuck them. The Pope stepped down, remember? The Pope gave up his title, Vicar of Christ, is the equivalent of a king giving up his crown. He gave that title of Vicar of Christ up. That's the same as a king abdicating his crown. The Pope has no more power. As of 2 days ago, he surrendered his last little drop of power. So, the Black Madonna about to get her shit back. I know she about tired of dealing with them motherfucking parasites over there. So the whole hierarchy of the papacy, the bishops and the motherfucking, they call them motherfuckers, the bishops, the archbishops and the cardinals, they all gonna be cleaned up out of there. The ones who knew and didn't say shit gonna get treated just like they was part of it. If you knew and you reaped the benefits from that shit and kept your mouth silent, even if you didn't participate, you was part of it. You out of there. You better go find your old ass a wife if you can. Because you won't be in no motherfucking church doing no motherfucking priest shit with fucking over these kids. That's done. Okay, so I got the report in. Ellen DeGeneres is singing like she is Aretha Franklin in her prime. She's telling them all of those elites out in Hollywood that was bringing her those little girls. So y'all thought she just had a chick she was dating. She loved them little girls, 7, 8-year-old girls. That's her thing. I don't care one way or another about Ellen DeGeneres. I don't give a fuck if she fall out of a plane, walk across the street, get hit by a car, or if she trip on a rock and drown in the motherfucking puddle of water. I don't care. That require my give a fuck meter to move, and I don't like that motherfucker to move too much. Well, she don't really matter that much to me. So I'm just giving y'all the information on the updates. And so, you got some more celebrities just singing. Then you have those, now, this ain't gonna sit too well with some people, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, because you got those celebrities like Puffy. Puffy had a dirty job to do. He had to damn near dive on a fucking grenade. And we think that Puffy part of them. Think what you want to think. It's gonna all come out in the end. Ever come to Earth, continuously and perpetually hold Earth hostage. It's not gonna happen. There's too many of us that feel like this shit ain't right and it need to be fixed. And guess what? Some of us don't just believe it. We do something about it. Some of us was required to do a whole lot of studying. I'm one of them motherfuckers. I was required to read more than most. So my personal book collection, I got a couple thousand books, but that ain't got nothing to do with the libraries I had to read. Whole medical motherfucking textbooks, be legal textbooks, organizational structure textbooks from university. I ain't talking about no 8th grade shit. I'm talking about real textbooks from real motherfucking universities. The same shit they teach. Only difference was I couldn't have a motherfucker imposing their perspective, because that's how they distract you. You know what the words mean, but they tell you that the context in the sentence make the whole sentence mean this. It don't mean nothing that they told you. They lied to you in your face. And right there while you looking at the lie, be told. And you accepted it. You know. So, I don't think I have anything else to report on. Say 9:40. No, I got one more minute. Yep, 9:49. Okay, the 9:49, the 4 takes the form of the 9, which flips 3 9s, which is the full turnaround on the all systems go. So y'all stop being scared. Stop telling people, you know what I'm saying, when they start trying to pass that fear shit, just tell them, remember, fret not thyself because of evildoers. Because Rod and his staff kicking their ass behind the scenes. While I got to do this spiritual shit, they got a whole force doing some physical shit. So we doing the same shit. One doing physical shit and another one doing spiritual shit. I'm not by myself. I'm not by myself. I got a whole team of motherfuckers that's flipping me signs and showing me where the imposters at and pointing shit out to me. Some people have to dive on the grenade to protect other people. We can't take this haphazardly, you know. So with that, 950 we flip out. That's 9 flip to 6, 6 flip to G, G flip to 7. That's a master perfect flip off 50 sisters. So all 50 sisters agree with me. This shit is over. Bring me my shit. From as race. That's not what they talking about as race. They talking about how long they got left in this dirty game they playing. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, I saw, look, this is the thing that I want y'all to realize is that when you remember who you are, it gives you powers that you don't know you got. Some of y'all will be able to see things. Some of y'all will be able to just automatically know things. Some of y'all going to be able to play music exceptionally well for no reason. And some of y'all going to write the hell out of some music. But you're going to automatically have some kind of power come up on its own. You're going to be doing write poetry. You ain't never wrote a poem in your life. Writing some of the coldest poetry, because when that energy turn on, it is just primarily right brain, which is all your artistic talents. It's turned all the way up. So what you had a little bit of skill in becomes a great talent now. What you had a little bit of know-how about becomes a great asset now. So you start looking for the abundance that follows that, because this is the knowing that changes everything. It's not the guessing. It's not the facts on paper. They use the facts on paper to make you follow the narrative they want you to follow, to make you more controllable. It's called propaganda. It's common warfare. So we use guerrilla warfare, you know, and guerrilla warfare is predicated upon a small band army defeating a superior force using a series of hit and run tactics and new innovations in warfare. Now, we decided to use old innovations of warfare, which was a non-physical way of fighting, because if you win the battle in the spirit realm, then you win it in the physical realm, and we forgot that. So we've been fighting this war physically, and this is why they kept us away from the voodoo and told us how dirty, wicked, and evil it was, and tried to scare us away from it. And the only thing that we was ever able to use to successfully free a sizable portion of the people from the condition was voodoo under the Haitian Revolution, right? So all of the stuff
the tarot readers are your gypsies, right? That means they got Egyptian blood, but it might not be a massive amount, right? Because normally they were nomadic peoples that passed through Egypt to learn, and in the course of that, they left with babies. I mean, you know how it is. You've been to college. So they went, and the babies that left were your gypsies. They weren't exiled. They didn't get kicked out. They were children of women that came for learning, and they, decided, married for whatever reason. Their husband died in war, and they had nobody. They went back home, and when they took the baby was half Egyptian. Egyptian means burnt skin. That means they were mulatto. These mulattoes were gypsies. These gypsies became octoroons and quadroons later on in Europe, but they still maintain the culture of the gypsy, or the children of the Egyptians, and the things that they learn, which is our old voodoo. So they able to use the tarot cards to read the ethers of time, because the energy, they know how to focus it. Yep, gypsy lines. They know how to focus the energy based off bloodline and based off intuition and who invented tarot cards. So there's a code in tarot cards that if you get the original tarot decks, the old tarot decks, the Rider Waite, the Crowley Thoth, those have special instructions for Thoth. It was the one he called Iwas. Iwas is the tree of life. They wrote the Iwas they talk about and show you in the movie The Avatar is the Iwas that was the tree of life in South Africa, and she was huge. She was huge. They cut her down with a laser, and how she was so big that the top of her leaves froze in the upper atmosphere year round. So, and there was trees like that all over the world that kept record, because the trees was how we kept record. We didn't use electronics, and we didn't use the internet. We used Earth's internet. And that's why certain ones of us, right, Thoth. Okay, sister. So that's why the chiefs of the land can talk to the land, and the land can tell him stuff the same way as your computer or your laptop. He can go to the land or the tree. If a tree is if a tree is a certain age, it's a certain amount of energy that tree has picked up over its lifetime. The energy causes the tree to radiate a certain frequency. When the shaman goes and grabs the tree, they used to call them tree huggers, because they was doing more. It was a ritual. The whole tree cutting and tree hugging was a ritual. It was a ritual that went back to the Salem witch hunts. But the trees that they were cutting down was cutting down our memory banks. They was cutting off our mainframes of our hard drives. But there's a backup drive in the core you can't get rid of. And it's because it's made out of crystal. It's a crystal that they can't penetrate, can't even get close to it, because the energy field around it will disintegrate them, because they don't belong here. And nobody that belong here will go down there and do a form that die first when they realize what they're trying to get them to do. And they won't even know why they so strong against such an opposition. But this is why, because as soon as they realize they want you to get close to that crystal, it's a cartoon called it the Mcron crystal. But that's what they call it in the cartoon. That's not the name of it. But in the cartoon, it's called the Mcron crystal, and it holds great power. And they can't touch it because they can't vibrate on the correct frequency. Only one of the queens of the earth. And if one of the queens of the earth know that they're going for the backup drive, which is the crystal, And when she get close enough to it, she is then powerful enough energetically to just do some storm shit and knock all the motherfuckers off the earth. And they don't want that. So they in a conundrum. They can't get it. And they can't send her to get it. And the only other thing they can do is keep her from it. So this goes to the women that is drawn to crystal reading. Andara crystals. Get you a Merlin Andara crystal and put that as the center of your crystal layout. And talk to the crystal of the earth. Tell her to send the energy. The ones that I'm probably talking to probably already know. They probably waiting on the cue. It's time. The Andara crystal, the Merlin crystal, is a blue color. It has a frequency that carries only a send. It doesn't receive from the main crystal, but it's the perfect signal to send the main earth crystal, which is the memory of the earth, a direct message. If you in line with yourself and you meditate and you focus, it'll send that message so quick, and it's an energy of feedback to let you know that the message was answered. You'll get a chill, and it'll feel like almost like your whole body had a swift vibration. You will know. And these are matriarchs that has the most power in using that method. That means that they are mothers that's been in the mother energy for a certain period of time that's only known to the elder women. So only the elder women know how long you have to be in the mother energy in order to receive your status as matriarch. And she normally gives you some unexpected kind of party for your birthday like they never gave you one before, or dinner on a holiday that they've never had for you before, but you be like the guest to honor. They inviting you. They are initiating you as a matriarch in the clan with that ritual. Once you know how your people move energetically, you can see them moving against their energy in the system that's designed to oppress them. And the more they move against their energy, the more they self-oppress to try to go along to get along. Yep. You don't even need a name. You just go with the energy, because the energy is the same as your third eye. And the magnifier, so to speak, would be the Merlin Andara crystal. And when it magnify it, you being who you is, it's just like you talking to yourself, energetically speaking, or how it would sound in your head. It would sound like you talking to yourself in your head when you talking to it. But soon as it get the answer and it's confirmed that you are asking for something that's righteous, it send you the signal back in the form of a strong vibratory chill, and it just hits you. Shay, you just trying to start something, ain't you? You keep knocking for the master like that. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go over these comments, and I'm gonna answer some of them, because I seen some stuff that would have been taking me off the topic I was on that I wanted to respond to later, and now I don't know if I can go all the way back up to that part of the video to see them. So I'm just gonna answer them in the comments. So we're a little over an hour in on this one. I'm gonna edit and add a title to it, and post it up on my page. So I appreciate y'all coming. Appreciate y'all giving me your attention. Share the video if y'all like the information. Have study groups with it. For real. Know who you is. Know how to read your energy. We passed the part where only fuck with motherfuckers that's in. Period. I mean, if you want to find people like you, then think about the stuff that the people like you should be doing. They should be going to candle shops. They should be going to the health food store to get food to help cleanse the body. Remember to clean the liver. Remember that. The liver is your biggest filter in your body. And if